chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls. I know many of you are like, where's karma? Where's the justice? Okay. You get really beat you down. You're thinking, why can't they face, where's the wrath? Where's it coming? And I want to assure you, okay, that you are part of the karma. Where I know you may be in a position of hurt now, despair. I want to know that part of the main essence of karma is actually going to come through you. Okay. And where also how they are hit with a wrath and affliction is actually in comparison to you. So these snakes took advantage of you, deceived you, lied to you, and they go off into their own world. And I want you to know that the company they keep and the new company they're around, this snake, actually is equally as bad as them. And that's where their venom, where they attacked you and took advantage of you, leads them to face this in their own life. The same feelings of inadequacy, the way you felt like you were bullied or oppressed, they actually become oppressed. So the abuser becomes the abused. Okay? The abuser becomes the abused. It's always this conception that, oh, childhood, oh, that's how bullies are created because it's happened to them and stuff. But really, the one that is the abuser leads themselves to bad situations where they're faced with people that are equally as bad as them, or if not worse. And it's at that point in time they get the eureka moment, they get the epiphany, and they see not in a healthy, regretful way, but in a more self-absorbed way, because everything's to do with supply for these parasite snakes. They start to see how it was actually more beneficial for their life to be in the company of you. They start to realize that. They start to realize you become the benchmark, like you may have heard me say before, you become the point of reference. And this is part of the karma. So many of you don't believe they keep tabs on you. These parasite snakes keep tabs on you intensively, right? Constantly. From date of discard, ghosting or abandonment, they still watch, but some of you don't believe that. But let's just say, for the benefit of the doubt, that they just got curious with these things that I'm discussing, where they're in bad company. They're realizing now that your company was a better company to be around. Your supply was more potent. They begin to ponder and look at what you're doing. They will do. You've done it. Someone who's mistreated you, someone who's been mean to you, has left you with no answers and no closure, to the point where you're looking on their social media and trying to figure out stuff. Of course, they will look at yours. And when they see you, a lot of you, by the time this realization really gets hold of them, you have gone on and progressed. Some of you might already be there now. Others of you might be working towards it. Others of you, I promise you this day will come where life does improve for you. I'm not lying to you. I'm not singing you sweet words. Life will improve drastically, radically improve without them in your life. And it becomes a power shift where at one point you felt like you needed them and they acted like they didn't need you, to the point where they're looking in on your life from the outside and they're realizing they want to be part of it, but you're already on with your life. Many of you don't get the hoover because they've seen you go on and they fear rejection. That is why many of you don't get the hoover that you're after. I'm telling you, any of you that have had a hoover, in their mind, they thought they could win you back round, even if you rejected them. They thought they could win you back round. That's what they thought it would happen. But for those of you that haven't had no hoover, no indirect hoover, no baiting, no nothing, it's because they've assessed the situation and they've seen that you're going to reject them. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're in deep despair, you're begging for them, you're posting sad stuff, they have a rough idea that you're still interested in them. They have a good indication that you're still interested in them, and they won't hoover. So honestly, I believe that all of you will get one indirect hoover or some kind of contact, some indirect contact, something like that. And many of you, that grants you a solid bit of closure when that does happen. It's like a fast track route when that does happen, especially if you reject them. So I need you to know that they are facing the karma. Where you go in life, your life will go on an upward trajectory. You will start living a better life, just generally happier without them, because this was an oppressive force. It felt like a comfort, but it's a poison. Okay, it was slowly eating away at you. It was slowly destroying you through the time when you're with them. And you must look within and see that you have this freedom now, this space to craft a life that you want of meaning. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You see, you can be in the depths of despair with these people and think, oh, I wish we'd done this, or I wish we'd done that, or I wish we should have done this, or we should have done that. Don't fall into that mindset, okay? Trust this process that you're going through. They're going through a process of realization, of realizing that people are unworthy to them, around them, their own close minions and everything like that. They're surrounded by bad company. This is what happens. And your light that you have within brightens up their world. And they only realize this after. Why do they only realize this after? Because they're a selfish person. A snake. Very selfish. Very, very selfish. Honestly, I've seen people that have wronged me in my life, friends and stuff like that. I've seen how they've been afflicted later in life. I'm not saying that we are all divinely protected, but I mean, I don't want to say that because they've done this to me, that happened to them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that their bad choices and poor choices, karma will be on them. They're in God's scope. And they go through their own process of realization and awakening. Very self-absorbed, very, oh, woe to me and stuff like that. And you've probably heard these stories when you've met them. Oh, this happened to me. And this was very sad and happened to me. This is what they're like, right? This is what they're like, because they're like, oh, woe to me. They do this all the time. You've got real things to be like, oh, woe to me. Oh, this is bad. You know, you've really gone through things. These things are self-inflicted by them. So they aren't around the best company in the world. They're not around people that are providing them with potent supply. And karma has got them good. But another significant step for those of you that aren't there yet is, like I said, going to come through you. So have aspirations, have dreams, have goals separate from this snake. Whoever this snake was, your family member, friend, romantic relationship. Have vision and goals separate from the snake. You got to. That's something that's very beneficial for you to start ingraining in your mind. Start with small goals. Just aim for things. Have something to wake up for, something to aim towards. Even if, you know, it's hard. Like when we're working towards something, it's hard. We have to put the work in. But once you build something up, other things start to flow in. Okay. So this is what your whole thing is about. Karma's going to be on your side. I've seen things that happen to me that I've been like offered blessing to people or helped people, and they may not have appreciated it, or they may be a deviant, but it's come back to me in my own life. And it did take a little while for me to see it and connect the dots. But I will say it does happen. Okay. It's not instantaneous, but I've heard of instantaneous blessings happening to people very soon after. Please, if any of you have seen any blessing in your life, share it in the comment section to give insight to me, to give insight to the community, so we all learn from your experience as well. Okay, it'll be lovely to read, nice to hear if you've seen things take it, because I'd love to know that. Okay, I'm not the only one. I know it. I'm not the only one. Like, I know you've seen things come back in your life, and those of you that are still so fresh out, obviously you might not have seen it yet, but it's there. It's there. It's just the trauma, the pain. Once that subsides, you'll start to connect the dots and see, oh, wow, this was a beautiful divine intervention that granted you your freedom. So they are going to be afflicted with God's wrath in this world and the next, or the universe, and they are facing karma in this world, and they will face karma in the next world. They are facing difficulty and struggle in this world. That is what's going on. Everything you're seeing through the illusionary stuff on the social media and all of that, it's all plastering over the cracks. It's all trying to hide what's really going on beneath. And I'm telling you, when you leave them for a long period of time and you just go in your own lane, they're going to come trying to get back. And I don't mean a declaration of love. I don't mean acknowledgement of error of their ways, but they're often come on attack because they feel so rejected that you have gone on and succeeded, and they've become a less developed version of themselves, almost stunted in their mindset. So karma is coming for them. It's there. God's there. Honestly, I know it. You're not the loser. You need to know that. You're not the loser. You haven't lost. Now, what I will say is when you heal and you go on with your life, and some of these unnecessary hoovers or indirect hoovers or baiting or stuff like that starts to happen, you actually start to think, God, this is a bit weird. Like, it's actually a bit deranged that these people are still so focused on you, and you actually wish them well. I promise you, all of you that want them to suffer and want them to go, you're actually going to get to the point you're like, karma, back off them. Give them some ease. Let them go and get infatuated with someone else and obsessed with someone else. You know, you're going to be like, leave me alone. You just want them, you wish them well. Sincerely from your heart, you wish your enemy well. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. If you would like to donate or support to the channel, you can. You don't have to, but if you'd like to, you can. Check out my membership if you want to have more of a one-on-one connection till you're ready to let go and go on with your life. Okay, I have a vault of videos and there's other benefits and stuff if that's something of interest to you. And please check out Zion Music YouTube channel. I've released 2 EPs now. I'd love to hear what you think about them. It's covering the same themes as these topics. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.